Hey everybody, thanks for coming to this PD session. I'm going to try to be fast to tell you about this program called Kaizena. Kaizen comes from Japanese word meaning change and good put together, Kai and Zen. So it is also a business philosophy used by Toyota and a ton of other companies, meaning this idea of continuous improvement, that you get feedback from other people and then you improve, which makes sense. I think this is a tool that is really incredible for definitely writing teachers to give students feedback on that, but I would say really for any content. This is their website, just tells you that they concept is faster and better feedback on student work and integrated extremely well into Google Docs. The number one thing that I will talk about here, or I would emphasize here, is that students really do love to hear our voices as opposed to just reading. And particularly now, since they can't hear us, it makes it really helpful. The rest of the website you can feel free to peruse on your own, but just wanted to highlight that. So I'm going to first tell you how to log into Kaizena since it's already launched in your G Suite, show you how to browse some of the features, and we won't discuss, but if you ever want to send me a note about student feedback generally as a concept, feel free. So you might want to pause for a second to click into the student work page that is linked to wherever you found this video. And we are going to follow the steps that you see here. In order to open Kaizena, both you and scholars will first need to click the add-ons button. Kaizena will already be loaded in for you. Take a little bit slower when I'm doing my video, but here you can see Kaizena is there. Open Kaizena. When you do that, over on the right-hand side of your screen, Kaizena will load. It's a little clunky the first couple of times because you're going to need to, or the first time when you need to create your account, do that quickly, and then you can go from there. So the reason I'm having you do it inside this student document is because this document is preloaded with my comments and feedback for the scholar. So this document is a narrative free write about a story from the student's life because it's for their projects where they are working on collecting narratives to use for their personal statements. So this student drew a map of her house and did that to try to find stories. And here is one of the stories that she wrote about. It's a really great start, so feel free to read it if you want to. But you can see highlighted here, there are 3 different lines from her text. Over here, I made a comment to just remind her to open up Kaizena because she does have to open it to see that feedback. And I just linked a video for how to open it in case it was the first time for her to do this. So then on Kaizena on the right, you can see that it's color-coded here to match the highlighting. So the yellow is the first type of feedback I gave, which is just my notes, very similar to what you would do if you were creating a comment through Google Docs. And what I did was talk to her about the fact that she's using Spanish in her narrative, which I think is a great skill that writers can do, and it's also complicated to do well. So based on seeing student work, I created this really short mini lesson, writing in 2 languages, tips and considerations, to talk to students about the best way that they can use another language when they're writing. So the student can click into that, think about it, and then apply it into their narrative if they want to. The second kind of feedback that I gave here is an embedded lesson that Kaizena has. So the student used a comma splice here, and so seeing that, I highlighted it and added a lesson that they already had, which includes how to fix a semicolon and then a video that they can click on to watch it. It is not my video. It is something that they created on their own so that a student could go learn how to fix comma splices and then go back and fix. The last one, coming back to what I said earlier, is voice comments. So connected to the blue that you see there, here's what I said.
Katniss, I love what you're doing here with these sentences that I've highlighted. The repetition really creates a poetic vibe, which I think is really evident throughout the second part of this piece.
Okay, there's my teacher feedback voice. A little ridiculous. But you can record up to 30 seconds for the free version of Kaizena. I actually think 30 seconds seems plenty amount of time, but you could always, make it back to back with several different highlights. And then the last thing here is that this is kind of like a rubric where if the skill was writing dialogue, she would get a 3 out of 4. I just made that up, but you can see other levels here where you could add what they mean, creating a rubric. So down here is where you'll see where you can make the voice message, where you can add a skill. So when I do click here, you can search through and you can find skills that Kaizena has or ones that you have made, as well as the lessons. So here are the ones that they have made, and I can select those in. And then finally, just basic text. So that is how Kaizena works. If you haven't gone and clicked through on your own account, I would encourage you to do so. And then I'm just adding some resources at the bottom for you to check out. I have tested with a few students. It was really easy. They can reply to me with their voice. They can reply via comments, all of that. So it can be interactive and pretty great. That's all. Hope you guys are having an amazing I am at my beach house right now, which feels extremely lucky to be able to be here. But I can't go to the beach, so I'm just staring at it from my porch right now. Have a good rest of your day. Talk to you guys soon.